Truth to you, truth to you. Welcome to God Body TV, where I break down some of the gods. Okay, this is part two of Lord Thoth. Check it out.
Grew into the light of knowledge, the children of Chem, watered by the rains of my wisdom. Blasted I then a path to Amente, so that I might retain my powers, living from age to age, a son of Atlantis, keeping the wisdom, preserving the records. Great grew the sons of Chem, conquering the people around them, growing slowly upwards in soul force. Now for a time I go from among them into the dark halls of Amente, deep in the halls of the earth, before the lords of power, face to face once again with the dweller. Raised I high over the entrance, a doorway, a gateway leading down to Amente.
He talking about portals. He talking about crystals. You're talking about some high technology right here, man. So, you think about the Atlanteans. The Atlanteans were very, very advanced in their time, and they had a lot of technology.
Few there would be with courage to dare it. Few passed the portal to dark Amente. Raised over the passage, I, a mighty pyramid, using the power that overcomes earth force. Deep and yet deeper place I a force house or chamber. From it carved I a circular passage reaching almost to the great summit. There in the apex set I the crystal, sending the ray into the time-space, drawing the force.
So he's talking about putting a crystal, however big it is, on top of an apex, in the apex, and basically beaming it. If y'all know how to y'all know about the pyramids, y'all know that they have those shafts, and those shafts point to the stars, and link back to Orion, and you already probably did your research on that, so thanks.
From out of the ether, concentrating upon the gateway to Amente. Other chambers I built and left vacant to all seeming, yet hidden within them are the keys to Amente. He who in courage would dare the dark realms, let him be purified first by long fasting. Lie in the sarcophagus of stone in my chamber, then reveal I to him the great mysteries. Soon shall he follow to where I shall meet him, even in the darkness of earth shall I meet him. I, Thoth, Lord of Wisdom, meet him and hold him, and dwell with him always. Built I the great pyramid, patterned after the pyramid of earth force, burning eternally so that
He said he built the pyramid pattern off the burning of Earth's force. You are a highly advanced being. You building pyramids. Come on, man. And he talk about using crystals. He's talking about opening up portals. Come on, man. So, we got having a highly intelligent being right here. Let's see if he say anything evil.
it too might remain through the ages. In it, I built my knowledge of magic science, so that I might be here when again I return from Amente. While I sleep in the halls of Amente, my soul roaming free will incarnate, dwell among men in this form or another. Emissary on earth am I of the dweller.
We got a couple keywords that you need to think about. Consider the first person. The emerald tablets were found and was said to have been written 36,000 years ago. So anything you're hearing now was taken from these particular tablets right here. So just think about some of the stuff that they say that sound like the Bible.
Filling his commands so that many might be lifted. Now return I to the halls of Amente, leaving behind me some of my wisdom. Preserve ye, and keep ye the command of the dweller. Lift ever upwards your eyes towards the light. Surely in time ye are one with the Master. Surely by right ye are one with the Master. Surely by right, yet are one with the all. Now I depart from ye. Know my commandments, keep them and be them, and I will be with you, helping and guiding you into the light. Now before me opens the portal. Go I down into the darkness of night. Tablet 2, the halls of Amente. Deep in earth's heart lie the halls of Amente, far neath the islands of sunken Atlantis, halls of the dead and halls of the living, bathed in the fire of the infinite all. Far in a past time, lost in the space-time, the children of light look down on the world, seeing the children of men in their bondage.
Lost in the space-time, before past time and all that. You're talking about before time, because you know time doesn't exist outside this planet. Some places time doesn't exist, and that's a fact. So you're talking about beings born before time. That's what he's saying, y'all. He's saying beings that were born before time existed, right? And this is what the beings are saying.
Bound by the force that came from beyond. Knew they that only by freedom from bondage could man ever rise from the earth to the sun. Down they descended and created bodies, taking the semblance of men as their own.
So the light beings were passing by, and they say, dang, they in bondage. They'll never be able to ascend to be a light being because of the simple fact they're in bondage. Either they're fearing death or something that will stop them from ascending, being a galactic light being. So that's what they're saying, if you listen.
Masters of everything said after their forming, we are all who were formed from the space dust, partaking of life.
Okay, we are all that were born from the space dust, partaking of life in the infinite all. That's what he's gonna say. So space dust is what? Carbon. They say in your skin right now you got what? Melanin, aka they call it melanin, but it's really carbon. You have that in your skin right now. So they saying we all came from the space dust. Oh shoot.
There, by my power, I conquered and ruled them. Raised I to the light, the children of Chem. Deep beneath the rocks, I buried my spaceship, waiting the time when man might be free.
Oh, I went too far back.
Sending the darkness, binding the soul force, director of negative to the children of men. For is he who loses the power. Lord, he
I went back too far.
showing the mysteries that are not known to man. Through the dark passage, downward he led me into the hall where sit the great dark death. Vast as space lay the great hall before me, walled by darkness, but yet filled with light. Before me arose a great throne of darkness. Veiled on it sat a figure of night. Darker than darkness sat the great figure, dark with the darkness not of the night. Before it then paused the masters.
Did y'all hear that? He said, before him sat a figure, a great figure. Dark as the night, but not as the night. So it's like a shadow, like type entity. Or either he's saying it's a shadow being or a carbon being, a black man.
Speaking the word that brings about life, saying, O Master of Darkness, guide of the way from life unto life. Before thee I bring a son of the morning. Touch him not ever with the power of night. Call not his flame to the darkness of night. Know him and see him, one of our brothers, lifted from the darkness into the light. Release thou his flame from its bondage. Free let it flame through the darkness of night. Raised then the hand of the figure. Forth came a flame that grew clear and bright.
So he's saying the figure raised his hand, and forth came a light star coming from the figure's hand. So the figure got a hand. Okay, so you're like, okay, using the common sense. The figure has a hand. It's not just a shadow now. So now it's a hand that's finna do some stuff. Listen.
Rolled back swiftly the curtain of darkness, unveiled the hall from the darkness of night. Then grew in the great space before me, flame after flame from the veil of the night. Uncounted millions leaped they before me, some flaming forth as flowers of fire. Others there were that shed a dim radiance.
If you know what he's talking about, he's saying that he sees souls. It's showing you the souls that are going to become light beings, and the ones that's flickering out. It's just giving you a little Think about some of the people who are make you think about some of the people who don't got it, got that light, and some of the people like got the light. You feel me? So think about it.
Flowing but faintly from out of the night. Some there were that faded swiftly, others that grew from a small spark of light, each surrounded by its dim veil of darkness, yet flaming with light that could never be quenched. Coming and going like fireflies in springtime, filled they with space, with light, and with life. Then spoke a voice, mighty and solemn, saying, "These are lights that are souls among men, growing and fading, existing forever, changing yet living."
He said these are souls that are existing forever. They lights. So he telling Thoth that these are souls that are existing forever.
Through death into life. When they have bloomed into flower, reached the zenith of growth in their life, swiftly then send I my veil of darkness, shrouding and changing to new forms of life. Steadily upward throughout the ages, growing, expanding into yet another flame, lighting the darkness with yet great power, quenched yet unquenched by the veil of the night. So grows the soul of man ever upward, quenched yet unquenched by the darkness of night. I, death, come, and yet I remain not, for life eternal exists in the all.
And darkness is just death. Like when somebody that passes over to the afterlife, that's all that is when they say darkness.
Only an obstacle, I in the pathway, quick to be conquered by the infinite light. Awaken, O flame that burns ever inward, flame forth and conquer the veil of the night. Then in the midst of the flames and the darkness, grew there one that drove forth the night, flaming, expanding ever brighter, until at last was nothing but light. Then spoke my guide, the voice of the Master. See your own soul as it grows in the light, free now forever from the Lord of the night.
The Lord of the night is the Lord of death. So it's somebody who conquered death. And you're Lord. You know, when you get ready to die, that energy or that frequency. Or maybe he has some type of medicine that can bring you back to life and death or whatever. But when you use Lord of the Night, you're talking about death.
Forward he led me through the great many spaces filled with the mysteries of the children of light, mysteries that man may never know until he too is the son of light. Backward then he led me into the light of the hall of the light.
And then you got in the Bible when they went inside of their tent, the Noah's tent backwards, and you know he was drunk. Where that come from? That come from the Emerald Tablets, because the Emerald Tablets were written 36,000 years ago. The Bible's 3,000 years old.
Knelt I then before the great masters, lords of all from the cycles above. Spoke he then with words of great power, saying, Thou hast been made free of the halls of Amente. Chose thou thy work among the children of men. Then spoke I, O great master, let me be a teacher of men, leading them onward and upward until they too are lights among men, freed from the veil of the night that surrounds them, flaming with light that shall shine.
He's saying, so he asking him, can he be a teacher to teach men so they could be free of the veil, so free of death. So that's like conquering death. Even in your Bible, you got Christ, he resurrected, came back to life. So.
Among men. Spoke to me then the voice, Go, as yet will, so it be decreed. Masters are ye of your destiny, free to take or reject at will. Take ye the power, take ye the wisdom.
So the figure told him, you masters of your own destiny. Even a God told him that. You master of your own destiny. You know what I'm saying? Seems like, ain't nobody trying to kill nobody. It ain't nothing with no devil, no demons.
Shine as a light among the children of men. Upward then led me the dweller. Dwelt I again among the children of men, teaching and showing some of my wisdom. Son of the light, a fire among men.
He just called himself a son of the light, fire among men. And then you got your holy Bible. It's talking about the light, the fire, tribe of Judah, the lion. Told y'all Tahuti, aka Lord Thoth, was the first original lion of Judah, tribe of Judah, however you want to say it. That was him first.
Now again I tread the path downward, seeking the light in the darkness of night. Hold ye and keep ye, preserve my record. Guide shall it be to the children of men. Tablet 3, the key of wisdom. I, Thoth the Atlantean, give of my wisdom, give of my knowledge, give of my power.
He's saying that he's giving you free knowledge, free wisdom, free knowledge, free. You don't got to put no collection pot around. You don't got to send it around. You don't got to do nothing crazy. It's free. He want everybody. That's why the Emerald tablets, right now, they are indestructible. You can't destroy them. So this man then went to a whole different planet and got some stuff that's indestructible, just so you could read it, bro. So that's pretty powerful.
Freely I give to the children of men. Give that they too might have wisdom to shine through the world from the veil of the night. Wisdom is power, and power is wisdom, one with each other, perfecting the whole. Be thou not proud, O man, in thy wisdom. Discourse with the ignorant as well as the wise.
And if you listen to what it just said, that's a Bible scripture in the Bible. Be not proud. Be not, don't be cocky and all that. So all that come from Emerald tablets, man.
If one comes to thee full of knowledge, listen and heed, for wisdom is all. Keep thou not silent when evil is spoken, for truth, like the sunlight, shines above all. He who oversteps the law shall be punished, for only through law comes the freedom of men. Cause that
Only through law comes the freedom of man. So what's law? Common law. We're talking about the cosmic law. We're talking about the the laws of attraction. We're talking about the laws of the universe. That's all he's talking about. Basically.
thou not fear, for fear is bondage, a fetter that binds the darkness to men. Follow thine heart during thy lifetime. Do thou more than is commanded.
Okay, he said fear is bondage, which is true. You when you fear something, you put out a frequency that ain't good. And it can stop you from, it can make you lose weight. It can stop you from reaching your goals if you have too much fear about anything, and that's a fact.
Of thee. When thou hast gained riches, follow thou thine heart. For all these are of no avail if thine heart be weary. Diminish thou not the time of following thine heart. It is a board of the soul. They that are guided go not astray, but they that are lost cannot find a straight path.